right, here we go. So basically, the whole point of today is just to give you a sense of direction on what to do, okay? So were you able, remember that welcome email I sent you? It asks you if you are a 1, a 2, or a 3.
Yeah.
Did you happen to take a peek at any of the videos that are in that were in that email?
I didn't realize there were videos.
Okay, so, and they'll be in this one too, so there's clickable links, just so you know, and that's going to be part of your homework to get done by Monday, but it's not a ton of stuff, and some of it you have already done, and we're going to go through it today and go over it. So I just want you to know, like, I don't have an agenda here as far as you and coaching in your business. It's truly, you know, up to you and what you want out of it. My goal is just to help you get to that place, okay? So when you read, you know, the 1, 2, 3, you placed yourself at a 2, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. So 1 means that you're just a fan. You're just in it for the discount and nothing else. You want absolutely nothing to do with the business. That's perfectly fine. And when you sponsor coaches who just want to be a 1, that's okay. Just let them know that you're there for them should they ever want to be a 2. So 2, that's when your business is like officially open. You're trying to get to Emerald. You want to build a little bit of an income, whether it's to, you know, help you pay some bills. It might be $100 a week. It might be a little more than that, but you want to start building a little bit of an income. And then a number 3 is when you want to have much more financial freedom, where you can make $1,000 or more every month. And you can help take care of, you know, an aging relative, or leave a legacy for your kids, or, you know, pay off your house or something crazy like that. That's where you get to dream big, when you get to that. So obviously you need, if that's what you want to get to, you need to work for diamond and above. So you said you were number 2. Tell me, what does that look like for you?
Basically just trying to reach out to a few people every month and bring them in. I don't know, I haven't been able to seem to convince anybody to coach at this point, but at this point I'm just trying to just make a little bit extra for the family. And
so
I honestly want to drop down to 4 days of work a week, so it's like I have to get all my debt paid off and then see if I can get some reserve paid up, and I figured, well, this could just be a little extra that could help, and it might just be that I won't ever depend on the Beachbody income, but hey, if we get an extra $50 this week, I can feel like we can go do something on the weekend or something. And not.
I totally understand that. So you work 5 days a week right now, right?
Yes.
And you want to go to 4. So how much extra income would it take for you to be able to do that? Let's talk about that.
That's what I don't know for sure. I mean, just completely replace my income, probably realistic. Because it would be, annually, it'd be a drop about $10,000 in pay.
About $10,000 a year. Okay. A year drop in pay. I want you to know that that is doable. That is 100% doable. You're going to definitely need to get to Emerald to do that, and probably maybe even Diamond to do that. But I will tell you that that is 100% doable. And the reason I'm going to tell you that is because I made more than $10,000 as half an Emerald coach and half a Diamond coach in a year. So I know that you can do that if you keep your eye on the prize. And I want you to be home that extra day. Shoot, that'd be awesome, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's work on that. I am going to get ready to share my screen with you. And so I might disappear for a second, but then we'll pop back up. So bear with me to do that. So you said you'd like to do stuff on the weekends. Tell me a little bit about that. What kind of stuff would you like to do on the weekends? I'm assuming
nothing big, but like just be able to know if I can take the kids up to Cleveland to a museum or something, and we just have that little extra spending money.
Exactly, and not have to worry about charging it or something, right?
Yeah. We're getting done with the credit cards. I'm getting close. The worst is almost complete.
That's awesome. It's all about Dave Ramsey. Oh, and I should.
They're good tax credits.
Yeah, too. Just as a side note, Beachbody works with the Dave Ramsey Company. So they have several people there who do trainings and stuff on, you know, what to do with your money and things like that, which is, I think, is pretty cool. That was just a side note. I'm not sure why I mentioned it to you. Okay. So this is the homework that I'm going to be sending you when this call is over. So don't worry, you can take some notes if you want to, but you'll get a copy of this as well.
Okay.
So let's, like I said, let's pretend that you are a brand new coach. Like today's your first day, okay? So,
I'm not yet.
okay. So I want you to have 2 goals in mind. Goal number 1 is to achieve Success Club. Now, you know what Success Club is because you've reached it before.
Yay.
Yes. And you know how to get to Success Club, right? You know how the points work and everything?
Yes.
Perfect. So you know that literally making Success Club, you are helping 3 people with their nutrition with Shakeology and their fitness with one of our fitness programs, right? So
Yeah.
that's great. Let's see. There is a little video in here. Let me move the screen down about Success Club and the benefits of. I suspect that you already know that information, but it'd be a good review to go ahead and take a peek at that.
Okay.
So I'm just going to brush over that quickly because I don't want to, beat a dead horse that we've talked about Success Club and you've actually made it before. What I will tell you is that people in this business who consistently do that, make Success Club 5 or higher, consistently see their paychecks go up too. And I can tell you from firsthand experience that that's definitely the case. And I don't want to say that it gets easier, but because you still got to work, but it comes a little more naturally after a bit of practice. Now, if you have a spouse, you could watch this, and that would, I know you don't have a spouse, but you still have your significant other, right?
You know what? He's supposed to be signing up for me, and he was supposed to sign up on Wednesday. He just had this whole slew of things that went wrong on Wednesday.
Okay, that's okay.
So he can get a free month. Well, I was going to have him sign up with a challenge pack anyway, but
definitely
he can get the free fee then waived.
Is he military?
Okay.
Yes.
Do you know?
Say that.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no fee when you purchase with a challenge pack. There's no fee.
No, but he gets the monthly fee waived for being military.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah,
better.
Absolutely. He gets that monthly fee waived, and basically all he'll have to do is just, if he's active duty, there's a certain form he has to submit, and I can find out the name of that. I don't know the military stuff so well, but Sally does.
He's got the DD, the retirement form thing.
That's it. That's the one. All he has to do is show proof of that, and that fee is waived. So that's super cool. He'll be getting a Shakeology cheaper than you, girl. So that's really cool. I would tell you, you can go ahead and do that whenever you want if he's on board with you. And then if you know a second person that you can think of right off the top of your head, I know it all went bad with Chris having an accident, which is terrible. But whatever happened with Kelly Maley?
She just keeps saying she doesn't have the money.
Yeah.
She keeps putting it off. So I don't know.
I know it was a little difficult for her.
I was hoping to get Chris interested in that on-demand thing. Maybe that would pull her in. But.
See, I think that is going to be the coolest thing because I don't know if you realize it with the on-demand challenge pack, it's $140 and they get 3 months of on-demand and 1 month of Shakeology. That's really cool. So mention that to people too, because that might help, draw some interest as well.
Now, if you just have the on-demand, because Keisha kept the on-demand, she did the 3 month thing. Challengers, but she got rid of the Shakeology. She can get 10% back on Shakeology if she wanted, right? They get the 10% off.
As a club member, yeah.
As a club member.
Yep.
But I could try to pull her into the coaching, but I don't know.
I've noticed she's been pretty active with her posting and stuff. And so I think that's a good idea, Melissa. Maybe.
So I think she's on some sort of Social Security disability right now for something. I think that's where her money comes from. So I don't know if this would screw any of that up.
Got it. Yeah, I don't know. That's an interesting thought. I don't know we should post that in our team group page and see what the thoughts are there. I don't know. Good question. I haven't had that question yet. You stumped me, girl.
They don't have expendable income, but
right, and that would. Well, I don't know. We'll talk about that one.
She kept putting me off. I thought she was going to be one of those every month telling me she couldn't do it, but it just worked out finally in February.
You know, right? Isn't it funny how that just sometimes falls into place like that?
Mm-hmm.
Goodness. Okay. So those are your two goals, obviously, Success Club and Emerald. And you know that when you are both of those things, you get what? Free leads. Oh, and you have to be a club member.
The free leads you actually get commissions off the bat from? Like
Yes.
it's not just
Yes.
contact.
So what happens is you will get 2 free leads when you're a club member, right, Melissa?
Yes.
Okay, good. So you have to be a club member. You have to hit Success Club and be Emerald. And the 2 leads you're going to get, one is going to be from the customer program. That's just a free lead. That is somebody who has not purchased somebody, but Beachbody will send you their information. Now, every now and again, it will say something like do not contact, which just makes me insane. Or I've emailed the people and it's not a real email address. Makes me just want to throw my hands up in the air. And that happens sometimes, so be aware. But the other one is your Success Club lead, and that is where the commission is. Usually it's a Shakeology purchase that someone has like made for a one-time purchase from the Team Beachbody website. So you get assigned as their coach and you get their commission. Now I'll also tell you that I have had orders that come in that way that are well over $300. That's a pretty, yeah, that's a good commission right there. That always makes me happy when I wake up and see that, because literally you make money in your sleep that way. So that's cool. And then I'm briefly going to mention this because I'm not sure how it could fit in with you and, you know, with the kids and everything. But I'm just going to talk about Summit for a second. I know you've heard us all talking about it. Jamie and I went last year, and that is just the like be all end all of Beachbody, like their huge convention, and that's where, you know, they give away $200,000 and more in prizes, and it's just really fun. So after I went to that, it like lit a fire under me last summer, and then literally things tripled for me. I had made it to Diamond right before that, and then I really dug in and was all over it. So just keep that in mind. And for any new coaches, it won't apply to you, but for any new coaches you sponsor, if they hit Success Club 5 within the first 3 months of being a coach, they're going to get a free ticket to Summit, and they get to not be on the wait list and worry about it. So that's kind of an incentive, because that's a $300 value right there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's sort of cool, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we've talked about this. We've talked about this. Next, I want to talk about social media. And I know obviously you do Facebook. Do you do Instagram or Twitter or any of those as well?
No, I have a Twitter account, but I've barely used it.
I've never
more just follow people that had contests or things like that going on.
Got it. Yes, I've never tweeted a thing. I've never logged in. I don't know anything about Twitter, so I'm not going to talk about that. I have Instagram, but I don't use it that much because I keep very busy on Facebook, and I feel like I need to be a master of one instead of rather trying to, you know, do a whole bunch of different things. Although someday I'm going to get better at Instagram.
Okay.
So now this is where the biggest part of your homework is going to come in, is about social media. And that's how you'd like to grow your business, right?
Yeah.
Using social media. Yeah. A lot of people, and I would say almost 100% of what I do is through Facebook. Now there are people who go out and just strike up a conversation, you know, with the butcher at Giant Eagle. I'm not that girl. I consider myself an outgoing person, but I'm not going to be the one that just says, hey, you look like you work out. What do? You know, that's just not me. So I like social media for that reason. And I'm telling you, you really can grow from that way. So I don't want you to overthink it. I don't want you to overanalyze it. I just want you to jump in to this social media training. I'm going to open up another screen right here. Oh, it won't let me. Let me see if I can move this to open it up. It's because I'm in edit and I need to be in view. Move this down. You know I'm not very tech savvy, right? Okay.
Well, that's fine.
My daughter, Lucy's sitting in here and she's like, yeah, I know, mommy. Okay. So let me open up this social media content guideline. This is something that is put out by a social media expert by the name of Sandy Krakowski. and she actually does a lot of training with social media. So I want you to maybe, I would print this out or look at it on your computer and keep it on your phone or something along those lines. Let's see, can you see that screen?
Yes.
Perfect. So Sandy Krakowski has this content map, and it tells you everything that you should be posting on social media in a day in order to help grow your business. So basically, you're your own brand. So what that means is that people are going to be attracted to you on Facebook for a reason. And yes, you're a Beachbody coach. We, use and we promote their programs, but you still want people to come to you. They can watch the infomercial and order T25. They can look at QVC and order 21-day fix, right? They can go to stinking eBay, right? That's the bane of our existence is eBay. So
Life actually takes those orders.
Oh,
That's her, she works at the call center.
no way. Jeez.
Yeah. She's like, she has to upsell them on certain things. I'm like, you know how to do this.
Oh, yes. For goodness sake. Well, so what's going to make people come to you, right? They can get it anywhere, but you want them to come to you. And that's going to be because, they relate to you in some way. So the more authentic you are in your life and the more attracted to you that people are, the more you're going to do, the better you're going to do with that. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, great. So basically, I'm going to ask you to post 10 times a day to your Facebook page. Now,
oh my.
Okay, yeah, don't freak out. Don't freak out. I'm going to show you how to do it so that you're not constantly on Facebook, okay?
Okay.
If you don't have, I don't do this to my personal page. I'm doing this to my like page, my Coach K page, because I'm trying to grow my audience there. So if you don't have a like page right now, that's cool. We'll work on that. We'll get you there. But you can start on your regular Facebook page. And I will tell you that Facebook has rules and they sort of frown upon you running a business from your personal page. That's okay. This is going to get around all that, okay?
Okay.
So what it says here, right in this area, is what you should be posting every day. So out of those 10 posts, say hi, Lucy, only one post should be like a promotion to Beachbody, like where you say, hey, I'm doing this 7-day free clean eating group, or hey, join me in this business opportunity, or here, join my challenge group. Only one post a day should say that out of all of those 10.
Okay.
2 of them, and I'll get into the why of that in just a second. 2 of them can be what they call a lifestyle or a quote picture. And that can be anything, Melissa. That can be your kids. Of course, we want to see that. That can be, what you're doing in your daily life. If you're shopping at Kohl's, hey, look at me, I got 30%. That can be you working out because that's what you do. You do work out. So you can post that. You're not asking anyone to buy anything. That could be you drinking your Shakeology because that's what you do. Again, you're not asking anyone to do it. 3 inspirational posts every day. People love this, and this seems to be what makes people relate or strikes a chord in them some way. So if you go to this right here, this brainyquotes.com, or just even Google inspirational posts, whole pages and pages come up. And that's a good way to just encourage people, like when you're scrolling through your news feed, you see a picture with a nice quote on it. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I like that, right? And you like. So it draws people in. That's the purpose of that.
A lot of those.
Yes. The 4th one is random and just strategic questions to help people engage on your page. Engage on your page, never mind. So you're actually good at this. I don't even know if you realized you did this yesterday, but you totally did when you said, should I go red with my hair?
I really wanted to know, though, too. But you guys have just been talking about that in the team call.
Yes, but that worked out perfect, didn't it? People went nuts and you got tons of comments, right?
I got a few yesterday. That was Thursday. Yesterday, I asked where they wanted to go on vacation because it was such a cool morning. Yeah. I got a few on them, too.
See, I find that.
Too, because I just want to go on vacation. But
oh, that's funny. But I
know I'm trying to grow my posts because I don't get many comments on mine.
Right, and I hadn't either. And like on my like page in particular, it was very frustrating. I'm like, How can I have 1,100 people who like my page and then 19 people saw my post or something stupid like that?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I don't have near that many people that like my page, but I like 7 people see my post.
It's very frustrating.
Because she's the only one that ever likes anything on my thing.
I know. I know it. But listen, here's what I'm going to tell you. We have been told by those social media gurus that if you do this for 2 months, you will start to see an increase. I just started this 10 posts per day this week, and I've already seen my reach increasing into the hundreds. Even one of them got over 200. So for me, that was huge. Like, just keep doing it. It's all about consistency, which stinks, but it is. So yeah, those random, and they can be controversial if you're willing to open yourself up to that. I don't like to make mine too controversial. I'm not going to start asking about people's political views or anything because I don't want that. I don't want that mess. The other thing that people like to see are resources. So if you just, even in your search engine, typed in Beachbody blog, that is going to bring up all the articles that Beachbody has on fitness, nutrition, health, how to get your kids involved, all sorts of different things. Post 2 resources a day. Even a recipe, that's a resource because people love recipes, and I don't like to cook, so I have to go searching out recipes. But that's a perfect thing. Now, I want to talk to you for a second about getting those 10 posts in, because you're thinking to yourself, I have to be on Facebook every 2 hours coming up with something to post, right? So what I have been doing on my like page through Facebook, they give you the option when you go to click post, there's a drop down and you can actually schedule it. So that's what I've been doing. Yeah, that's new for me too. So I have been scheduling before I go to bed at night, all 10 of my posts for the following day, and within an hour and a half to 2 hours apart. Usually starting somewhere around 6 a.m. going to 9 to 10 p.m. Those are like the big Facebook times. Don't schedule something for 3 a.m. No one's going to see it throughout the day for certain. There's other things you can do if you want to just, post it to your regular like page and schedule it. There is, where is it? It's called Hootsuite. There's a couple. Here it is. Hootsuite.com or Postcron.com. And that allows you to schedule them. Now, I know Jamie has used Hootsuite. I have not used either one of these. I'm just using that schedule tab. But I think what's nice about these is that it keeps track for you of what you've posted. So you don't have to say to yourself, did I already say that or not? And they're both free as well.
Okay.
So that's an idea too, if you just want to go through it that way. Here, what's highlighted, don't copy and paste. So remember we talked about you being your own brand and being authentic on your posts. So what you don't want to do is just find a generic post and then copy it and paste it. You have to make it apply to you in some way. So let's, for example, say you're posting one of your resources about, you have kids, so a posting about, how to get your kids to eat healthy. You might want to preface that by saying, I've tried this, it actually works, or, something like that. Just make it fit you. And then people will also relate to you with that. And this was the biggest mistake, Melissa, I made in the very beginning, was generic pics of just Beachbody products. So I would go through and I would say, oh, look at that cool picture of T25, copy paste, and just go, almost just even say, buy this from me. I didn't, but I was close. And I did that with a lot of them. Now, if you're running an ad, of course it's okay to show the pictures, but again, you don't want it to be too generic. It looks like an advertisement then, right? You don't want just to advertise. You want people to understand that you're doing it too. So does that make sense what the difference is about generic versus authentic?
Yes.
Okay, good. And again, only 10% of your posts should be related to Beachbody or coaching. So if you're doing 10 times a day, again, just that one. And the reason is we don't want to product vomit all over people. You've heard us say that before. People will get sick of you in a hurry if all you're doing is just talking about Beachbody, because that's not your life. You are so much more than that, right? You're a mom, you're a Christian, you are a working mom, for goodness sake. All of those different things make you who you are. you have great hair. You know, there's all kinds of different things that you can use to post other than Beachbody. So just keep that in mind. That helps people get to know who you are. That helps them, you know, relate to you, and builds those relationships. Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. So the other question I get a lot of times is, do I have to do this every single day? What do you think I'm going to tell you?
Probably yes.
Yeah, you do. And as much as, you know, it's all about that consistency. I promise you that if you do this starting today, and you actually started yesterday, whether you realized it or not, if you continue to do that, then you will slowly but surely see an increase in, you know, your reach. And that's exactly what you want, even on weekends and holidays. Social media is like the hospital. It doesn't close on Saturday and Sunday, and it certainly doesn't close on holidays. Now, am I telling you go disappear on Christmas and start posting? No, of course not. But that's where the scheduling comes in handy, or just pop in and say, hey, Merry Christmas, or, you know, whatever the holiday happens to be at that time. Because, you know, people are all over Facebook on holidays wishing you happy 4th of July and everything else, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. I need that other screen back. Where is it? I don't know either, Lucy. She's like, I don't know. I don't know where it went. I don't know how to get it back. It's okay. I'm going to be sending it to you, and the next part is a little bit brief. So we've talked about social media, which was the biggest thing. Next, I want to be able to talk to you about clean eating group. So you have had people participate in that in the past. With our new Bomb.com team, we are doing 2 a month, 2 clean eating groups a month. And the next one starts on the 16th. So that gives you a whole week to start inviting people to get into that. I'm not going to say you know, you're not going to be running that on your own or anything like that, but you can certainly, one of your posts can be like, hey, I've got this free clean eating challenge coming up. You want to join me? Or, you know, something like that, and make it relate to you how that worked for you, because that's how you started, wasn't it? Didn't you do a 30-day jump start?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Excuse me. That would be perfect. I really want that old screen back. Why can't I get it? Oh, well. And then we say we have our next fitness challenge starting on April 6th. Now, is that a specific challenge group that we have going to start? No. But what that means is that you can tell people, number one, we have this challenge group. It's going to start, like if we did a Beachbody on Demand one, for example. That gives people the sense that they need to order their product in order to start in time. It also does this. When someone says to you, well, when does that start? Like if you're talking to them about 21 Day Fix and you say challenge group, and they're like, what's a challenge group? And you tell them, and they say, well, when does that start? Lucy, you better go wake your dad up, honey. You have a date for them, because you don't want them to say, you don't want to be like, oh, gee, I have no clue. You know what I mean? That will waver their confidence in you. Does that make sense, Melissa?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So what I would like for you to be able to do, it's kind of like a bonus homework assignment, is to come up with a list, and I'm sure you've done this before, of at least 10 people, 10 to 20 people, and that you know that you want to help in some way, whether it is with a fitness program, whether it's with their nutrition, whether it's with free clean eating, or whether it's someone who might benefit from coaching. And if you want to, you can send that list to me, and I will help you come up with a way to approach them. But I suspect you already know how to do that, because you've done that before in the past. So keep that in mind. Free clean eating challenge. That's where I really want you to focus right now too.
Okay.
And on social media. And then lastly, I would like to mention to you that when you are talking to people about challenge packs, always, 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 and this is where I failed for so long, give them the option of buying that as a coach. Because I think sometimes people get scared when they hear the word coach, like they actually have to do something, but they don't. You can explain to them it's more like a preferred member. They can just get the discount for it. But what it gets you is another coach under your belt, and it gets them their program, and it costs them the same either way. So it's kind of win-win for both parties, you know? So yeah, definitely give everyone that option. And then lastly, you know, I just, like I said in the beginning of the call, I'm here, I want you to succeed. I'm here to help you succeed. But I will say this, and that is that the faster you can get independent of me, the faster you're going to be successful. So, you know, having said that, I'm always going to be here to mentor you. Our team is always going to be here to show you the steps, but I can show you tons of stuff. What I can't do is pave the way for you. That success and, you know, getting to your 4 days a week at your job, that is completely up to you to do the work, and that's on your shoulders. But I'm telling you, if you stay consistent, you can make that happen, okay?
Okay.
So far, so good?
Yep.
Okay, great. So the other thing I wanted to mention is our team page. Don't be afraid to post there. There's a lot of brand new coaches on that page. And so when you're having a conversation with a person through Facebook or whatever, and they ask you a question and you're not sure how to respond, I want you to actually copy and paste that conversation and put it in our team page. Someone is going to know the answer and be able to help you with that, because we've all gotten those same questions before as well. Now, I would warn you to wait until, you know, myself or Jamie or Sally tells you, say this, or we agree with what someone else tells you and go, yeah, that sounds good. Because sometimes you'll get a brand new coach who was just started yesterday say, oh, this is what I would say. Well, they're learning too. So wait for one of us to say, yes, go with that. We're on there plenty and we check in often. So we'll be able to tell you that. And that way you're learning, other coaches are learning, and we get better at the conversations we're having with people. Okay, there's two more things I wanted to mention. Number one, when you are talking with somebody, what's about, like, say, 21 Day Fix, what's the first question they ask you?
How much does it cost?
Dry shampoo. How much? So I used to freak out when people ask that. I'm like, as soon as I say the price, they're going to walk away from me. So I've learned to get around that. And this is now my response. Well, I don't want to talk about money with you yet, because I don't even know if this is right for you. So yeah, tell me, you have to answer their question with a question. So when you say that, then follow it up with, what are your goals? You know, what are you trying to accomplish here? And then you also have to ask them if they have any physical limitations. Maybe they can't do some, you know, crazy insanity workout. Maybe they have horrifying food allergies and they simply can't have Shakeology. It's not for everybody. So that's one way to get around that. And then to help them see the value in it. Because the second question I always get is, do I really need to use the shakes? Do you get that one?
Yes.
Yeah. So what I say to that is, rather than yes or no or I go, why don't you want to use the shakes? And usually there's not a good reason other than the money. So that's when you bring up the value in it. Listen, I don't have to buy probiotics anymore. I don't have to buy a multivitamin anymore. My husband takes less blood pressure medication now because he drinks Shakeology. All of these other things that help you feel better physically and save you money in the long run. Those are the things I mentioned. If you show people the value of the product, they are more likely to use it. Because remember, people have money for what they want, not what they need. You know, people will go out and spend a ton of money on their 31 bags, but a bag of Shakeology they just freak out about, and it's usually less than what they're spending at 31 or wherever. So I usually go with that, and then always remind them, hey, listen, there's a money back guarantee. If you hate everything about this, you're going to get your money back. So that should take their fear of the risk away. You know what I mean? That makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So I have given you a lot of information. The level 2 training starts on Monday. I'm going to be adding you to the group today, so you can take a peek at that. First, I want to know, do you have any questions for me right now?
Can't think of any right now.
I know we've kind of gone over a lot of this stuff already. But I'm excited, Melissa. I think that this new training, it's going to be a lot easier instead of the old homework that we sent where it was like 6 pages long and you had to watch 6,000 videos. This is going to go, it's going to be a 3-week training, a level 2 Emerald training. So it's going to be a little slower, a little more paced, and we're hoping that it goes a lot better. Oh, I almost forgot to mention, should you make Emerald in 30 days from when that training starts, you get a little prize, okay?
Okay.
And the other thing I want to tell you is that should you make Diamond, and this is extremely hard to do, but should you do it within 90 days, there's a very, very big prize involved. Probably an electronic type prize. So yeah, we're throwing that out there for any coaches who want to do that. My daughter's like, I'm a coach. She wants some electronics too. Okay, stop. So can I commit you to doing that homework that was up on the screen before that I'm going to go ahead and send you?
Okay.
Yes? Yes, you commit?
I'm sorry, what?
I said, do you commit to doing that homework that I'm going to send you before Monday?
I thought you just said I'm sending you the homework. So I'm like, what was the question?
Oh, yes. Well, I am going to, but then I just want to know if you're going to do it.
I will do the homework.
Okay, great.
No excuse. My kids won't be back till 6 tomorrow.
Okay, yes, then you definitely have to get it done, and I'll get you in that group so you can start taking a peek around when it officially starts on Monday. And that's it. But again, the social media is where I want you to concentrate the most right now, so jump in with that. Just a moment, please. I'm so sorry. So yes, the social media, jump in with both feet, work on those 10 posts, and you'll be good to go, okay?
Okay.
And if you have any questions, of course, don't hesitate to ask me or the group.
Okay.
That's it, Melissa. Enjoy your hair.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Hey, take a picture of your hair. I want to see it too.
So, we're going to a concert tonight too. So.
Ooh, oh, see, you got plenty of stuff to post. All right. Have a great day, Melissa.
Thanks. You too.
Bye, hon.
Bye. Got it.
I'm going to figure out how to stop.